Welcome, everyone, welcome. Our players are ready. The board is set. And they all hope death does not ensue. So, without further ado, we will let them fill you in on the lovely things that transpired the last session. Over to you, gentlemen.
I thought Deacon had volunteered.
I mean, since I wasn't able to stay for the whole thing.
It's like most of the battle was pretty much a battle fighting this serpentine thing that invaded the ship. It was a reactor room, I think.
It was
Maybe?
a room. It was actually more of a data room than that.
Oh, that's right. This is a storage facility. The storage gel leaking all over the place.
Yes. Data gel.
Dex spent his time on this console locking that down to prevent it from doing something nasty.
That was
Still
amazing.
doesn't know what that something was, but he prevented it from happening, so he's happy.
Right?
Now he's in recovery mode and repair, so he's running around fixing things. As our intrepid warriors up front here slash the crap out of the snake thing. I think the killing blow went to Killian with his pistols, though.
I believe you're right. His final double tap that took it out.
He hit all the shots! For once.
It was a good fight. It was a good fight.
Yeah, other than the battle, we pretty much ended right afterwards.
Yeah, because it had already gotten quite
So
late.
it's just, yeah, it was like 11:30.
Really? Really? Alright. We may not be heard for just a moment. I gotta fix this. It is bugging me way too much. For some reason, it decided to mess up someone's icon. And I don't know why, and it's just atrocious. Right? And it's just his, no one else's. And it's just not wanting to cooperate. Alright, well let me do this so they can hear you guys. So you guys can keep talking while I get this sorted. No, you go off. Alright, they can hear you guys now, so you guys can keep talking about the doohickey while I get this sorted.
Hello. Stay a while and listen.
I'm actually making a character that'll have some of that in a different game.
Nice. I think of the events that led up to the fight. They're being assigned places. God, this is so long ago now, or it feels like it, anyways.
Yeah, we were all working on our different assignments.
Yeah, and then there was
and
an
then
alert.
there was an alert. Yeah.
Power fluctuations. Power started going down. And then there was an alert, and we're like, well, we're the closest ones. The engineer crew was, anyways. Which was most of the group. Janitor Zal managed to wiggle his way downwards to our area and then join the fight. Karoon, think he got a little angry with the captain, or just the egotistical self? You know, the usual arrogance. And it's like, well, we should go down to this battlefield.
Negatory.
Went to the elevator, dead body in the elevator, had the Deja Gel stuff all over it. That was the assassin guy. He ended up dying there. Then we took the elevator down and the fight began.
Oh no, you're right. I never changed it on my figure. Gee, sorry. I didn't change my HP.
I thought his HP seemed a little low for level 5 with his tankiness.
Yeah, I am negative.
So his max is higher.
Yeah, my max is 49, so I should actually have 37 total right now. Oh no, wait.
That's a big difference.
Right, because it's 17, so 49 minus 17 would be 32 right now.
So I was like, I knew you were behind Deacon, but I didn't think you were that
Yeah,
far behind
yeah. I
Deacon.
just checked my sheet, and I was like, oh wait, I never changed it on the thing.
Oh, I haven't rolled for level 5 health yet.
Jesus, dude, your health is nuts. Oh, that's right. Your constitution is 20, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. That helps a lot. That's an extra 5 health per level.
Come on, big numbers. I'll take it.
That is what's transpired last time. And we ended with you guys just finishing combat in this room with the lovely yellow goop on the floor and trying to decide what you want to do with yourselves.
Well, Dex would be going into repair mode, trying to fix up the room as best he can, if it's possible, or at least analyzing and determining what he needs.
Rolling investigation.
Alright. Alright, nice. 19 plus 8. Yeah. 27.
Everything's dead. That's what you find. No.
I mean, that's possible.
You notice that all this stuff has been unused for a long time.
Oh.
So
That's
it's not
unfortunate.
current function of the ship. So it's going to take quite a bit to try to get it back in shape and functional. But you do believe if you are able to do so, it would improve ship functionality. It's just not
a full detailed damage report and let the captain decide if he wants me to fix it or not.
Yeah.
It's not critical, so for ship functioning, so it can wait. So for now, I'll just work on H8.
Looking around, you do see like this room has like been untouched, and who knows how long.
Did I find any interesting information in the data goo?
Well, you found that what you're doing was something to irritate the creature, but no, you hadn't been able to figure out anything yet. It seemed like it had been hijacked, so it needs to be repaired more to try to restore functionality.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
You had all that, and then 2 of you had made your saves last time. Who was it?
Definitely wasn't me.
I mentioned 2 people last time that detected a sense of deja vu at one point.
Killian was one of them.
Oh, well, if it was a deja vu, I was one of them too. So that was
So-
an intelligence roll,
Yeah, it
wasn't
was
it?
Dax and Killian.
Okay, so it was Dax and Killian. Okay. All good. I just want to make sure I recalled, because it's been a little while,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to just trust my memory alone.
The mechanical repair kit's just like med kit, just for robotics, right?
Typically, yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and use that on H8 here, since he's not too bad off.
Heal me.
But I also don't know if there's another fighter in the corner, so I don't want to use it a gambit just yet. 2d4. Uh, 5 plus 2.
7. Nice.
Hey, 7 health is 7 health, right?
Oh, does my plus 2 count when rolling to work on H8 count towards the health? So it'd be 9? Or is
Since
that
for
just for like...
repair, I would say yeah, because he's a machine.
Oh, cool.
He's
Me too.
kind of robotic. You're
It's because I have
Thing.
blueprints, so that helps.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Cat is attacking my feet. Damn it.
I told you
Hi.
they're furry demons. Cats are just demons that have been wrapped in fur.
Yeah, this one's old and lazy, so I don't mind so much.
They're still demons wrapped in fur, whether they're old or young. Alright, so yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff in the room that you guys could poke through if you wanted, or you can head back up, or you guys can just sit here in the room, staring at the corpse of this creature.
Oh, on that note, I'm gonna use science tools on the creature and gather what data I can. And, excretions, poisons, corrosive stuff, a venom sac, stuff like that.
Well, yeah, roll a science check would do. It's kind of an investigation, but probably a science tools check is more accurate.
Oh, that's kind of low. 12? Yeah.
Well, it's a piece that had some capabilities. You're not sure all what it could do. It had some capability to hit in melee, and had some other ability that you seemed to make it upset about. And then it seemed to have a goop that it
Vomited everywhere.
seemed to excrete or was a side effect or something
Hey, Deem. Music.
that was acidic. Oh,
Also,
the
welcome,
music's
Killian.
going.
Howdy.
Oh, you're just not live.
Yeah, it's just not for you because I forgot to share it on the channel, on the chat. Alright, give me a minute here. I am adjusting, and I have not felt well the beginning of this week to make everything awkward, and then, felt like crap, and then last night my little girl decided she didn't want to sleep, so if I'm off a bit, yeah, that's why.
Man.
So, just a heads up, if I seem a little slow or off. Mainly figured I'd notify you so it's not a surprise.
Hey, I'm on the tail end of COVID, so I don't blame you either way. course, it didn't hit me that hard. I just I'm like constantly like really tired now. I have like no energy.
I get that. I had that a few months
But-
ago, and I was wiped. Like, there's one whole day that I was just shut down. Like, I literally was just standby
Yeah.
mode, physically and mentally, the whole day.
Luckily, I didn't get that bad. For me,
Why-
mostly, it just felt like a semi-annoying head cold.
Do you know what made it worse?
Kids.
That was just one day. I start recovering, and then my wife gets it and is out, and
Oh,
all the laundry needs to be done, all the food needs to be made, all the kids are not feeling great and needing help, and she's totally wiped out. So I'm here trying to recover, having to pick up a whole ton of extra slack, and I'm like, I was just starting to recover. I don't have that much. I don't blame her. She was in rough shape for a few days too, and it was just not fun. So no, I get that one. It was rough stuff. But yeah, as I said, there's a number of other ancient crates and stuff in this room. But that's what you're able to find, Dax, about the creature itself.
That awful roll.
Well, you know, there's probably more you could have found if you didn't roll so awfully.
It's true.
Better to roll awfully than waffly, though.
No, jeez.
Pretty much.
Did we get the bonus inspiration? Just curious.
I thought
You can get it.
Oh, I thought I'd given him the other one, and it was still sitting there. Oh man.
I was like, I didn't use mine yet, so.
But yeah, you
Someone
could.
should have it.
You guys can investigate the room. You can go back up to the captain. You could do like medicine checks on the serpent. You could.
I know I'm the science guy, but you guys can still do stuff too.
Okay, well, H8C's Dax struggling and really not learning much, and he takes a look in his cell.
I'm not a biologist. It's clear.
But I can't use science tools, so.
You can borrow mine.
He's not proficient, so I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So technically, he can try a non-proficient roll potentially, but there's some things that you actually have to have proficiency in that to really attempt it. So you could try it, but
You can look around the
not in all
stuff.
circumstances
We
can you
really
try
have a
it.
lot of time to look at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, why? Might as well, you know? 'Cause
Well, keep in
it's
mind,
not gonna hurt me.
what other skills do you have? There might be other skills or different things you can do as well. There's been a number of things mentioned.
I don't really have all that much, really, when it comes to that stuff. Because both investigation, science, and even perception are all 3s.
But what are your tag skills? Proficient skills.
Athletics, insight, perception.
Intimidation, insight, perception.
Intimidation.
Well,
I can try to
perception.
intimidate after it's dead.
Nope. Perception you could use to, say, look around the room.
Right.
Insight you can see if Dax is lying to you.
Well, I don't think he's lying.
Intimidate is where you yell at him for lying to you, and athletics is what you do to show him you're serious about your intimidation.
Let me just see if I perceive anything around.
Did you like that?
Yeah. Oh wait.
I mean, you could try a medicine check, but you're non-proficient and you have a 0 on it, so I mean, it's probably better for someone who actually has
Never
wisdom
mind.
to do.
I'm looking around, but not really paying attention. Apparently.
He just doesn't care enough.
Yeah.
See, I tried to help.
There was an attempt.
Well, Perun is there, and Killian is there, and Perun has... Wow, not a lot of skills across the board. You guys really have, like... All of you, like, took intimidation and athletics. And a number of you have insight, and...
You could use the survival on the thing, though. That might work.
Maybe. Survival usually is for other things.
Usually for animals, but, you know.
Killian has sleight of hand and stealth, which makes sense. And then he also has intimidation. Like, literally, who in the group doesn't have intimidation? What is your guys' deal?
Dax doesn't. Why would Dax be intimidating?
I don't know that I really needed to take it. I mean, I'm a 6'2" crocodile with guns. It doesn't get a whole lot more intimidating.
So it looks like Dax and Zal
what?
are the ones who don't have intimidation.
Hey, mine
Oh.
makes sense.
You have medicine, though, and I did mention that, Dax. Since apparently you're the only one who has medicine check or science
You know,
or
yeah.
investigation.
Oh yeah, I built him as support. So it's not surprising. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you guys can try.
Yeah, I mean, even if they want to, you know, not have their character do it, but out of character say, hey, could we have, you know, someone check this or do that, or, you know, talk to you
Yeah,
that
there
way
you
and
go.
have things done.
Well,
Zal could do medicine. Looks like Zal actually has medicine and science
yes.
as well.
Yeah, his science and stuff is only 1 point behind mine. His medicine is actually better, I think. Oh wait, never mind. His wisdom score is still lower.
Wisdom scores, yeah, not that great is the issue.
He's got really high on everything else, though.
Yeah.
Except for strength, but that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So, you want to roll a medicine check on this thing?
Sure.
It seemed to be acting strange, is where that trigger came from. Okay.
So we can figure something out, hopefully. Oh, come on. Screw you, dice. This one's going away now. I don't like it anymore.
What was your total?
Oh, of course, when I throw it away,
Oh.
19.
It just wants you to throw it.
Yes.
Throw me, Dax. Throw me.
15. 9 plus 6.
That's enough to determine that the body has been mutilated a bit and has been badly branded and beaten and otherwise tortured before
was that from us or
before you did anything.
Okay, so this thing was forced into here, and it was not happy about it to begin with.
And it seems like it has actually been branded, like it actually has a brand, a mark burnt into it.
I will ask H8 to get a recording of the mark, so we have it for later use. Or I guess I would probably have some sort of recording tool as well. Maybe. But H8 has the scanner on him.
And just so you guys are aware,
Yeah.
Zal said he's not going to be able to make it. He still has personal things interfering.
Okay, well, at least we heard from him. He didn't just, like,
Yeah.
poof out of existence completely.
No, I pinged him. I knew that he had some stuff going on.
Okay.
I found out after last game that he had some stuff going on.
Gotcha.
He apologized.
Shit happens.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, he admitted he wasn't very happy about it, and he felt bad that things came up and are causing issues, and it's like, dude, life happens, like you said. I think we all get that, right?
Yeah.
Life happens. Should be a quote that's always used, right? Because we all get it. But yeah, so you jot that brand down. History check could potentially discover something if you guys wanted to do that. I don't know who all has history.
I think that's one I don't have.
Does Perun have it? He's been kind of quiet. Let's have Perun roll a history check. Maybe he can get lucky.
I mean, my history is still plus 5, but
I have athletics, insight, survival, intimidation. That's it.
Roll an intelligence check. We'll see if you can recall anything. No offense, Dax, but since your group isn't exactly part of the galaxy a whole lot, I think it would be you'd have to roll at disadvantage if we want to be realistic.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Just, try to be clear why I'm not discrediting you. I'm acknowledging the difficulty. 15.
17 total.
You actually are able to identify the group that this mark is related to.
Which is?
The Athmarath. They're a group that has had negative dealings with the group you were formerly associated with.
Oh, Atlas. Oh, boy. That's not good.
They seem to have negative dealings with just about everyone they deal with. In fact, your associates that you have as part of the caravan here also have had negative dealings with this group.
Did you say Atlas out loud?
No. Yeah.
I was
Yes.
going to ask who it was.
He'll point to the symbol and is like, that's the Athmarath.
It's the who?
Everyone has bad dealings with them. They are shit stain on the galaxy.
Interesting. Never heard of him.
All you know is that there's some sort of cult that has some sort of...
A cult?
Yeah.
Me?
Well, a cult that doesn't get along with your cult.
That's all I know, or all he knows?
No, that's all he knows, is that the Athmarath are a cult. I'm saying he knows that they're a cult, but they are in conflict with his group.
They are heretical heathens. That's what they are.
Yeah, it looks like it was burnt into this thing's system and had some sort of inlay put in within the mark.
This thing is being branded by the cult. But why would it be here in the ship?
Do you know anything about the cult's motivations or why they might want something like this?
With your connection, it'd just be to cause problems, is basically the viewpoint that the Atlas group had on them, is that basically it's a rival cult, and they have conflicting ideologies and therefore are permanent sworn enemies. Kill on sight.
I relay that to the party that literally, if I were to encounter one of them, and I had still been with Atlas, I would have murdered it the minute I saw it and knew that.
But now that you're not with Atlas, would you or would you not?
Now that I'm not with Atlas and have affiliations with the Galactic Academy, I probably would still kill them on sight. I've traded my Imperial allegiance and joined the First Order. Things haven't changed.
Saying not to be thwarted by a failure, Dax would like to science the corpse again.
Science the what?
Science the corpse again.
You'll have to do it later when you have more time.
That's fair.
So, anything else you guys?
You said there's stuff in the room we could check.
I said there's some stuff in the room a few times.
I will check around and see what's here since I've already made my damned report and had a look at the corpse. So
roll a investigation.
Don't fail me, dice.
Hey, so you just gotta sweet
26.
talk it. You gotta talk to your dice.
No, I switched dice.
Coax it and comfort it and be like, you know? Alright, so you actually find there is 200 credits worth of repair parts.
Ooh.
However, they're ancient, so you don't know if they could potentially sell for more if you found a collector or not. But you know there is 200, if you're just to straight use them, it's 200 credits worth of repair parts.
Or they just get added to my collection.
Yeah. That's an option.
Quite useful for our ancient ships.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's ancient repair parts.
Okay.
So you can do with it as you want. And you do find a number of items. Roll a... We'll have you roll 2d6 with what you got. And take the highest value. Or potentially combined. Max value of... Alright. So you find a number of strange objects in this room that are of archaic make. And I believe you know what you found now, finally, since you actually decided to search the room. One of the items you find is a mechanical harness that you could attach and upgrade your suit with, turning it into a stronger set of armor, but also giving you access to a whole bunch of tools.
I will definitely be upgrading my armor with that then.
There's a number of other items you found as well that you're going to have to spend some time to identify. Meaning I'm debating which ones, and people haven't said what sort of thing they're interested in, so I'm trying to be somewhat nice.
There's only one super science item I want.
And what's that?
The personal shield belt.
Others could potentially be useful to you.
I know, but I'm looking at everything. I don't know how to think like other than normally.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Hadn't heard from the others what they wanted either.
We discussed it the other night, didn't we?
A little bit, but you hadn't said which one you kind of were leaning towards more. You gave me a few of them. I wasn't sure if you'd decided to land on one of the ones that you'd talked about.
I'll DM you.
Okay. I didn't get a finalization from you, at least that I recall. Sorry if you did finalize. So common or uncommon is probably the rarity we're going with.
Oh, okay.
I can downgrade the one you mentioned, ISO, if you wanted, to a lesser form. So that's the thing. If you pick a higher rarity, either it'll be non-functional, have to be repaired, or it'll be a lesser form.
I got my good buddy Dax with me.
You did say that, Jetstorm. I forgot that you confirmed that that was your final that you wanted. Where was that? I apologize that my brain forgot that you had said that. So an example is the recruit rifle. It's a rifle that gives you +1 to attack and damage. That is a viable option. Things like that. Which you could also get a melee version as well to upgrade your hammer, sort of thing.
Oh, so these aren't actual like weapons. They're almost just
Some are, some aren't. But
okay.
it's not required necessarily to be one thing. Where was that one?
Yeah, I don't see any melee.
There it is.
Oh, vibration blade. That's what you're talking about.
Wiggle knives.
Okay, so it's a replacement arm. So you're replacing one of your arms? Is that what you're thinking?
It sounds like me.
I was just gonna go for like a wrist bracer style thing, but if we need to do a full arm replacement, that works too.
Assassin's Creed style.
It's supposed to be an arm replacement according to it. Let me think about that.
I mean, if we need to replace my arm, sure.
It may not have to be. I'm thinking
give it to
through
Dex.
aspects
He'll
of
figure
it.
it out.
Yeah, Dex can have my arm. Sort of like Racket Raccoon style.
There you
That's
go.
not what I meant.
Oh, jeez.
I meant Dax can reverse engineer it, and instead of replacing an arm, just put it on you.
Ah, I see.
That might take some time.
But he could keep an arm.
I mean, I'm definitely not going to say that I can't do it. That's just it won't happen.
Wouldn't that mean you,
It'll
wouldn't
just
that mean
take
you
some
couldn't
time.
dual wield? If you're replacing an arm with a knife, wouldn't that mean you couldn't dual wield?
Not necessarily, because it's still an arm.
Oh, it's just that now it's a mechanical arm. But
Precisely.
With a knife. Okay.
I can see that being a bracer.
Are you looking at the cybernetics or something?
So you find a unique glove, an armored glove. It's not a full glove. It's a armored bracer that has a glove attached to it. And you find a... You just use melee weapons there, Edwin? Or do you do any ranged combat?
Range would be really bad for me. So it'd be
Why?
mostly melee. Because my dex is 10. it's half my strength.
Okay. Find a unique rifle. It's a laser rifle that looks a bit interesting. right, and there's that. There's that. There's that. Trying to see what else would be good for you guys. Deke, what was it that you said you wanted? Or did you?
I'm actually messaging you right now.
Oh, okay. It doesn't show me that you're messaging me, because it's nice like that.
Did you get it?
Okay. So, Dax, you're able to also find a armor modification that you can install in armor. It'll make it more durable, but will also give the user resistance to heat and cold. At least that's caused by weather, potentially able to upgrade to be just heat and cold.
Wait, was this me? Who did you say?
Yeah.
Me? Okay.
And then a final item.
Can you message, like,
Yeah, we can get that on
what it's
message
called or
later.
whatever? Okay.
Oh, the all-weather armor.
Hmm?
All-weather armor.
You want all
I was
leather
just
armor?
curious. No, I was looking at those things. I was like, wait, that sounds familiar because I read through all these 2 weeks ago. Dax is very, very happy with his tool armor, so he doesn't have to carry around extra things now.
Right? You find a crate of temporal grenades. So it's a D4 temporal grenades.
Shove them to the side and let someone else take them. Because I don't like temporal things right now.
Oh, you know, it's fun. It's fitting. And... Okay, so did you say you just want a upgrade for your Smasher?
Yeah, I mean, it can't be the vibration blade because that's bladed melee. But something like that, maybe.
Well,
You don't want a giant vibrating hammer?
Well, yeah, no, that's what I do. But I'm just looking at the
A
actual
giant
working of it.
massage gun?
So what it'll be is basically the same thing as the vibration blade. And as you see, it does concussion damage.
Right. Yeah.
And
You
so
can call it the magic wand.
it'll still be concussion damage, but it'll actually be the fact that, you know, like a super sledge, right? It's like...
Yeah.
And so it's causing a concussive force when it hits. So it's not vibration as much as impact.
Oh, well, it's a second impact then, because I remember like part
Yes,
of my
I know.
thing is that it hits,
I know.
hits again, and then
I know. It basically amplifies the second hit to cause a small concussive wave.
right.
So just essentially you're creating like a small concussive grenade sort of aspect when you hit. It's like...
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I further upgrade your hammer to do even more vibration damage.
Jeez.
Or concussion damage.
Yeah, in this case it's actually concussive damage. So some things are going to be immune to the concussive part of it.
Right.
Others might be vulnerable to it.
Alright. Oh, why does it do that? Stupid thing. I'm gonna call it the vibration sledge. Technically, it's not a blade, so.
Fuck
I
the
mean-
second impact.
concussive sledge.
Oh, concussive sledge, I like that.
I mean, that's what I said it was, but I mean, if you want to call it the vibro sledge, you can. That's just
I
awkward.
didn't hear you.
I've got a better name. You ready?
Oh boy.
Ready.
Vibro bunk.
Oh, jeez.
What are those things in gyms? Those massager guns?
A lot of them are just called massage guns. But
No, yeah, there's like one company that I'm thinking of that.
the magic wand?
No.
So that's the 6 items you're able to find here. So there's a special beam rifle that has a special sight on it. You're not sure what it does. There's a concussive module that you believe would be able to work with a hammer. There's the temporal grenades. There's the bracer. There is the armor coating, and then the armor harness.
Those are mine.
Those are the 6 that are found.
I will grab the glove.
Say, if everyone's grabbing what they need, they can add it to their own inventory, so I don't have to keep track of all of them.
What was the armor plating called?
The armor plating treatment is an all-weather plating. It basically is a substance that will treat the armor and upgrade its armor class by 1 and allow it to have cold and heat resistance to weather, and potentially can be enhanced to further allow. In other words, you're going to have to do some, science checks and tools and take time, but potentially upgrade it to have heat and cold resistance from all sources. So weather for now, potentially all when you do an upgrade.
Okay. I'm actually going to hand it straight back to Dax and say, can you tinker and investigate with this to make sure that there isn't...
Maybe when the ship is not exploding. We still have some things to do. Ship might still be going down. We don't know yet. We should hurry.
Sure. Yeah.
I just thought about that.
Did I miss something in the beginning of the session? I was not aware we were going down.
Oh, well, we've probably prevented it by killing the thing, but yeah, it was...
You haven't checked in,
bad.
so you don't know what's going on with the ship right now. You know that there was ship-wide system failures.
In that case, I will report, or actually, maybe have Perun report. Well, no, they gave us the dude, the manager of the area knows we're down here, so I'll go ahead and report it.
Did you see that this floor has a bunch of old tech that seems to be interfering with your signal? So you don't know if the signal's back on with the fleet or not, because there's other interference down here just based on the old technology and not being
I want to come
configured.
back down here and rummage through everything, but I might not escape. So, well, I guess we'll just take our report up where we can actually transmit a signal. And, communications went down before we came down here, so who knows what else is happening.
There was a whole lot of stuff going wrong when you guys were up there. Power fluctuations.
I'm remembering it as we go through everything.
So you get back up and you hear the ship's comms are active. And you hear the captain, "Whoever did something to get this stuff back online, send him up to the bridge immediately."
Oh.
And you see everyone's running around checking all the systems. And as you do, you come out of the elevator, you see a few of them look at you guys like, "You heard that? Isn't that you?"
I guess we're going to the bridge.
Like, they didn't say anything to you, but, you know, some of your
Right.
colleagues, as it were, recently, look at you guys like, it's you guys, not us.
How do we know they didn't do something?
They're still running around like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off, trying to figure out
Oh.
and check all the systems. They know that they didn't fix it with what they were doing.
And so I'll just like hand over my damage report to them and be like, I'm gonna keep fixing things down here. It's still not done. They're better talkers than me. I don't want to talk to these people. Now, if they request me specifically, sure, I'll be up there. But otherwise, there's so much to fix.
I don't have time for a cab meeting. We got tickets to do.
Exactly.
Well, you did hear it wasn't a request, it was an order.
Fine.
And it was the captain's voice you heard. At that point, you see the head engineer come walking back in. Who got this stuff back online? What did you guys do? He sees you guys coming out of the elevator. He's like, you guys, what were you doing down there? How does it even work?
H8 transforms his hand to his hammer and then just like squish, like showing that I just hit something with my hammer.
You don't usually hit things to fix things.
I mean,
We have bugged the engine.
Yeah, there was an
No.
engine bug.
Since Perun knows the whatever cult thing this
They're not on
snake
this ship.
creature came-
Oh, he
Yeah,
knows the
well, I
cult,
would-
the ship. Yeah, that had the
Right.
marking on
I
the
would
serpent.
look at him and be like, you know more about them than I do. And whatever that creature was. I know a little bit about its biology now.
He doesn't know
but
anything about that creature. Perun knows nothing about that creature. He knows something about the
you know what
mark
it
on the
came
creature.
from.
No, he didn't. He knows the mark that was branded on the creature. That's it.
Well,
You know the creature. You don't know the brand.
Okay, well. Just trying to think of a way to put this.
I get that.
I mean, data sucking snake that was wreaking havoc on the ship doesn't really. I guess it works, but I still don't know all the details. My one medicine check failed, my science check failed.
I don't know things.
Or my medicine check was bad.
I mean,
should
you noticed power and everything, and the ship kind of started booting back online when it died.
I mean, I can explain what happened,
But-
and that we destroyed a giant snake that had a brand on it.
That you can do. If you choose to.
I mean, he's asking what's happening. I'll go ahead and tell him what we did and what we saw down there. Also, request access later because I would love to fix it. I love ancient things.
Okay, so you tell him about it. He's like, you guys need to go up and talk to the captain immediately then. Because he's trying to figure out what happened to bring everything back online.
I mean, it's still not in the best shape, but it's functional at least.
Precisely. Apparently it wasn't just our ship. There's been stuff going on across the fleet. We're getting a whole bunch of reports. So we need you to
Alright,
report to
well-
the captain so we can figure out what's going on.
To the bridge.
Do you remember the captain's name?
Cap.
That's one thing I didn't mark down, actually. I know the name of the ship we're
How
on,
could you?
but I forget the captain's name.
What
His
is the name of the
name is-
ship? what were you
We
gonna say there?
On the
What?
Garcido.
I know his name is Captain.
Actually, did we get the name of the captain on the
You-
Garcido?
Did.
We got the name of the captain on the Obsidian.
Right, and you got the name of the captain on the Garcido when you were sent over there and you met him.
Oh,
Yeah, H8 wouldn't remember his name.
Who's the captain of the Oblivion?
Yeah, I didn't write that down either. I remember ship names, not people.
But you didn't actually get the captain of the Obsidian.
What's funny is that's completely in character with Dax.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The Obsidian is the ship that you came in on, where the Shaddai Consortium was located. And you then were sent to the Garcido for your cover. Then things went downhill, and the captain is Captain Lyndon Clark. You were told that his nickname is Ghost for some reason, but just call him Captain Clark. When you were sent over by the Shaddai, I can't speak, Consortium. When you got sent from the Consortium on the Oblivion over to the Garcido, you were told that his name is Captain Clark.
I just realized.
It's in my notes now.
I just realized that the Shattered Eye, when you say it, sounds like shit or die.
Yep.
If that was on
Oh, every time I hear anything close to that, I just think about Dune.
Yes. I actually was thinking it'd be really fun to do a Dune game.
Well, it makes me think about the new game that just came out, the Spice
I know.
Wars. I keep thinking about buying it or not.
I know. I'm right there with you, man. Except I can't because I recently had a financial difficulty smack us. So, hey, that kind of complicated things. But hey, that's life, right?
Yep.
So, where financial complications can't touch you, back in the game, you are called up to Captain Clark's bridge to speak with him. You approach the bridge, you see there's a guard there. What are you all doing here? Looks at
Captain
you
requests to see
inquisitively.
the people that fixed the problem. We have information.
That's you? Excellent. Follow me. You brought in basically to like a ready room instead of the bridge where the captain's sitting there. He has a mug, he's drinking and looking over information that just keeps flowing through a whole bunch of info that's been coming in from the fleet.
I would be fascinated by this and would like to see if I can make sense of any of it.
Since
as
it's
we walk in.
not visible to you, not really.
Oh, darn.
It's facing
Dax,
away
we
from
haven't
you.
even spoken to the man yet, and you're trying to eavesread his email?
I like data. If they gave me access, I'd take all their emails. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I'd go through them eventually. I'd share it all with the Galactic Academy.
Which would probably have gone through them within the hour.
Yep. You know, once we have a signal to where I can upload it, it would be done.
Can I help you guys? He keeps working because he doesn't know what's going on. No one said anything. The guard's
Yeah,
there
the
like
problem was a
suggesting
giant
to
snake
speak.
creature.
What do you mean a snake creature?
It was in the, I believe it was a data storage room. Seems like no one's been down there in a while, but it was wreaking havoc on the ship and trying to consume all the data gel that was there, guessing to steal information.
There is no data gel. What do you mean?
I will explain the room and its functions.
Gel, the goo that you actually found, was actually a
Yeah.
byproduct from the serpent itself, not from.
Oh, okay.
Data.
That's my bad then.
Mm-hmm. It seemed to
That's
be like a
player
byproduct
error,
of
not
it.
Character error.
Yeah. That's why I figured I'd point it out as a player error so that the player could understand.
Okay. Well, then I'll
I mean, technically, yes, it's data goop, but it's not containing data. It's a byproduct of the creature, like, absorbing and trying to consume and harness and do something with data.
Gotcha. So the snake was just trying to suck him out as much information from the ship as possible.
From what you could tell.
Well, that's what I would say then.
Strange.
That's what it seems to have been doing.
And in
while
doing
also
so,
wreaking havoc on the power system.
I'm gonna say, and in doing so, caused haywire on the system. Where did you say it was located?
That amount of data transfer would use a lot of power, so it makes sense on that front.
Precisely. Where did you say it was located?
I totally forgot which floor that was on. I just know it was beneath engineering.
There's something beneath engineering?
Yes.
Do you recall
Doesn't
that
look anyone's
elevator
been there
had
in a
never
long
been
time.
active before?
Oh, we were the no. Well,
No, there was another.
was on
There's
it, but...
yeah.
So no one on the ship knows the captain doesn't even know the room exists.
Well, they knew that there was something down there, but no one had been able to get down there.
All we did was take a key. We got access to go down from the manager of engineering.
Yeah, but he didn't know that the key would work or not because it hadn't been working. He said you can try it.
Fair enough. Okay.
The elevator had been deactivated. The actions of the serpent seem to have somehow reactivated it, probably because it rerouted power or something.
Well, that room being ignored for so long does contribute to the problems across the ship. I'll hand him the full data report if he wants to go through it.
Yeah, no, he wants to
Damage
because he's trying to
report.
figure out what happened with his ship, right? He's trying to keep it from falling apart.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it would take some time to fix, but I can probably fix it.
Can you guys sit down? You may have a different task ahead of you. Gestures to the seats around the table.
It's Captain asking, so yeah. I'll sort of float on a seat.
Yeah, it's more for the bipeds he was gesturing. Kind of figures you probably just hover a little lower to, look
AJ,
like
good
you're
luck.
doing it.
I mean, I can become a pole in the...
Yeah.
I was muted, but I actually said that H8 looks at the captain, then looks at the chair, and then looks back next to the captain.
Why don't you just
the
kinda
chair
swap
like
it?
could fit like my foot basically.
Better yet, can H8 fit on the bridge?
Difficultly,
I'm probably scrunched down a little bit.
difficultly, but he's managing.
He's stuck in the elevator doorway, like.
I just keep pressing the elevator door open. every so often it starts closing and I press it open again.
Oh, jeez.
Some poor dude 18 decks below us has been waiting for the elevator for 20 minutes.
I need to go to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom. Where's the elevator? Well, I guess janitorial services is going to have a job to do after this.
That's where we're being sent next, right?
I mean, Zal can just eat it. It's fine. That's what he does. It's fine.
I know, that's why I laughed. It's so disgusting, but true. Oh. It's so nasty to think about, though. So,
So,
you guys sit, and the captain's like, so apparently there's been issues firing off across the whole fleet. Some sort of temporal anomalies or explosions have been happening. We're not sure who from or what's going on fully. However, the prime leader, you might call it an admiral, has requested anyone who knows what's going on to report. it seems like, as you know, this caravan is made up of a lot of old ships that have been revitalized and retrofitted for different purposes. A few of the ships looked to be military ships when we found them, but they had no armaments. However, a few of them are sending us information that some of their equipment seems to be healing itself, reviving itself. And a few of the ships have said that they have weaponry installed on their ship, which it wasn't like hours ago. So we don't know what's going on. And so you guys seem to have the most intel based on this, and so yeah, we're going to need to get you on a shuttle over there immediately, since the Prime Leader's requesting it, so you can give your report to her.
Okay.
All hyperdrive systems are kind of gone haywire, not working correctly, since we had to get our own hyperdrive systems on these ships because they weren't working. So we're not sure what's going on exactly, but yeah. I'm going to need you guys to get over there to the Atmos and speak with her. Any questions?
I mean, I'd glance at Perun to see if he wants to reveal the information about the cult thing or not. Or we'll just wait until we're speaking to the grand leader of the caravan. And hope she doesn't kill us all.
He won't tell. He'll wait till we're...
Okay.
So if there's no other questions, please head down to the hangar and take the shuttle over there.
Okay. Yeah, on the way I'd probably be talking with the group like, well, something's happening, but not exactly sure what. Or which ships. Did we get a good look at all the ships as we were coming in?
A number of them, but not all of them.
Would we be able to tell which ones were the military vehicles? Or
You probably
ships?
can now.
Well, yeah. Whatever. We'll just go.
On the way in, no, you couldn't really, because
Alright.
there was nothing there.
Fair. So they cannibalized some ancient technology, and now it's coming back to life. That seems a little familiar.
So you guys take the shuttle over to the Atmos. The man in the hangar greets you. What are you all here for?
Reporting to the captain about the chaos. Also kind of curious what other chaos is happening. Managed to stop it on the Garcido.
Ah, excellent. We just got that report. Go with me. Leads you up to the captain. You see the captain there. You know it's a girl, based on what you've said. Dressed in very much, Have you guys seen Treasure Planet? Or similar sort of movies? she very garish, captain-y clothing, right?
Like, are we talking like Revolutionary War privateer in space?
Basically. Very much, I mean, hers is a little more sci-fi than that, but very much sci-fi, nearly pirate captain, cavalier sort of outfit.
Much more flashy than the other captain.
Oh yeah, very much.
Yeah. So she's got a personality, I'm sure.
She's the head of the flagship. She has to have the...
Oh, that's right.
She has to be flashy.
She's the head of the whole shebang.
They could order our deaths at any moment. Remember that.
I was trying to see if I could find a good one. And of course, the first thing they pull up when I try to find it is like too much of a military style captain. Not quite piratey and flary enough, Now she's not like, straight up, pirate in the sense of like skull, crossbones, and all that, but not professional Navy sort of outfit either. Think like rogue trader sort of thing, right? If you guys know 40K, I know some of you do. I don't know if you all do. But, rogue trader outfit, definitely
We were told her name before.
stylish.
But Dax just doesn't care about people's names. He remembers the ship name.
You should start remembering. It can become difficult to speak with people. You can't remember their names.
No, I just flash lights at them. I know exactly who they are. If I'm, gonna be dealing with them for long term, not, hey, let's do this thing and get away.
Well, you never know. Let me see if that will work better now that I think of it. So I'm trying to get a little bit of an image of something that I can kind of show you guys. At least something close to what you see. Close-ish.
I'm just thinking of like a female Harlock.
A Harlock?
Space Captain Harlock. It's an anime.
Don't know that one, so I can't say.
How about that? Random gift, just found it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind, that sort of thing. I mean, not a black powder pistol, but
Right.
it looks stylish like that and is definitely, high tech. But yeah,
It has the flare and the...
This is Harlock.
less scroll and crossbone, more flashy.
Right, but without the scroll, yeah. I think
But
we all get the idea.
similar aspect, yeah. No, I just want to make sure that we kind of had the same image in mind, because, like you said, it kind of dictates someone's personality a bit if they're wearing something like that versus, standard like military garb or something like that, right? But yeah, good choice there, Dax, on the image. That is like what I had in mind. So yes, from now on we'll have that be her. We'll just
with a heat laser pistol and a plasma sword.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I think it'd be more interesting if she actually did have an old sword.
Oh no, it is an actual blade,
saber?
but it looks like a cavalry saber, yes, but it's you have a feeling it's probably not just a standard blade.
It's probably a super science weapon.
Yeah, probably.
Probably
that's a good
with
guess.
A slew of ships, most likely.
And the pistol looks stylish, like that. But you have a feeling it's also
A stylized disguise.
Yeah.
Basically custom work. So that she
has a penchant for the old days.
Yep.
The other thing you notice is she's not human. She looks kind of humanish.
Oh.
But the air about her is that she's older than that.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
And there we go for everyone who's wondering what we are looking at. That's the captain.
Oh, random GIF.
Hey, it still works.
It's definitely from some cheesy mobile game.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah. It's like, let's do that little motion on a few of the areas just to make it look like it's moving. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Live 2D is cheap.
A lot like a Commissar is correct, Killian. Yes.
For that little bit of motion to make a GIF, Live 2D is very cheap.
So she's there And she seems to be not noticed you guys had been let in yet, because she's, dealing with all the other chaos across.
A headache across the
Yeah.
fleet. I will silently wait until the captain notices our presence. I'm not about to surprise this lady.
The guy who brought you is like, Captain? Yes, what is it? Oh, you brought visitors, and what are they here for? They're from the Garcido. We were told that they were the ones who helped fix the problem over there. Ah, I see. Well, report. Like now?
Repeat the report that I gave to, Captain Clark.
So a giant serpent that has goo, that has a symbol burnt into it. Is that the gist of what you're telling me?
Yeah, it seemed to be focusing on an ancient floor that no one has paid attention to, and even the captain was apparently unaware of.
He's probably aware of it, just wasn't enabled. The access wasn't enabled based on what I've heard.
Definitely has a lot of ancient stuff down there, so it's been there for quite some time.
That'd be most of this fleet.
Understandable.
Interesting. So what do you know about temporal anomalies? I know you're not who you claim to be. I know you're not like this one, pointing directly at Perun.
Darn, I performed too well. I don't know. Dax isn't a talker, he's a scientist.
Well, prod someone else in the group.
Well, I'm not a smooth talker, so.
And having that with you, pointing to the giant robot, I'd say you're definitely not here by accident. So tell me,
AJ looks around at his team and then just shrugs.
what's going on? And be honest. I'd rather use your help than execute you.
So, could I use sleight of hand in lieu of deception here?
How so? What are you trying to do? How are you trying to do it?
I am trying to sort of ease her suspicions here, although I sort of said that before I had a method in mind. Sort of fitting for Killian, I guess.
Well, if you can think of a way to do it, I can agree to do it. It's one of those things I want you to think of a creative way to use the skill, and we'll run with it. If I can blatantly think of something that is just clear that you can use it for doing, then I'll just say, yeah, go for that. Something like that, I don't have something right off mine that I can think of where it would work.
I mean, there's a reason why Dax just wanted to stay in engineering. Anyone that has access to information and knows of my race will probably know where I'm from. Not that many people would, but those that do would, yeah.
Oh, come now. What are you all here for? I know you're from Earth, based on the fact of your physiology, yet you seem to be modified. Interesting that you have a sporoid with you, or fungoid, depending on how you want to word them. You have an Atmos, or former those weird zealot peoples with you, which is odd. I'm not sure why the rest of you would affiliate with them, and why they would affiliate with you, so I know he's not. So I need to know what's going on. And like I said, your choices are you can speak up and tell me, or we can go ahead and end you and move on.
This whole time, H8's basically on the edge of transforming his arms into battle mode.
I mean, that, yeah,
Just on the
Right,
edge
that's the
because
idea.
she's questioning and no one is saying anything, and he doesn't know what to
I
say.
keep hoping someone else will answer.
Haroon will speak up. I will give you the benefit of what we have learned, because you are almost as equal as I am.
Check your attitude, lest you lose your tongue.
I like you. I can't remember the name of that cult.
Which one?
The one we found on the snake.
Ulthanor or whatever?
Hmm?
Ulthanor or something like that?
The one on the snake that you found was the Athmarath. Let me send you it,
Athmarath.
Athmar.
since you're the one that knows it.
Based on what we've heard from the captain of the other ship we were on, you're saying that there's been reports across the whole of your caravan. The Athmarath seem to be infiltrating your ships.
Oh, that is troubling. I see. Any other intel? Why are you all here? The Athmarath show up after you get here. Are you affiliated with them?
No, this is my. These are all my acolytes wishing to.
No, they aren't. Stop lying to me. I know you boarded with the Oblivion. With a false contact, you would not affiliate with some of these based on if you're actually still part of the organization you're claiming.
We'll just look at the rest of the group and be like, she's good.
This is your final chance, I said, to be honest. And I am not pleased thus far. Choose your words carefully. And do not keep me waiting.
Do you want our help or not? And yeah, that is H8 saying that.
That remains to be seen. I need to know who you are and what you're doing first.
Well, we just fixed one of your ships. So how bad can we be?
Knowing
Again,
your
H8
construction,
H8 is literally
quite
literally
catastrophic.
on the edge.
seen
I'm
as
sorry.
you
I mean,
were
it's a roll
retrofitted for destruction, demolition, and death, and then apparently retrofitted again.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm
Beastie. So I ask you again, who are you, and what are you doing here?
Well, personally, I'm H8, and I smash things.
There, that was honesty. Well done. And your maker? What became of her?
Wait, what?
Yeah, H8's head tilts. Her? How do you know it was her?
Due to the racial schism, I figured you're probably retrofitted by one of them.
Them? Who's them?
Do you not know who made you? She looks at you with like this puzzled look like, are you that detached? Do you not know yourself?
I've been alive for 1,000 years. I've forgotten more than most people remember.
I mean, it's not that long. But I understand maybe your memory has corroded some during that time.
Oh, you said it wasn't human, but did you ever say what race she was?
No.
Does any of us know what race she is?
No, she looks
Better
human,
question.
but you're not sure. She's
Yep.
not acting human. Because she has an air about her that is almost archaic. You remember the professor, how he seemed much beyond his years. But he was
She's even
definitely
more
archaic. Yes, she has kind of that same feel, but does not look his age. She looks young.
Right. But it's like comparing like a really old wise human to a
Yes.
really old wise like elf.
Yes.
Who's like doesn't age.
Yes. And like the professor was beyond archaic for human standards. Somehow he's extended his life a bit. But
at this point though, HA kneels down to get closer to her and just says, "Can you tell me about where I came from?" Like now he's like wholeheartedly like right in her face, kind of like asking.
I know a little bit about your makers. They crafted, I know, beings such as yourself, and there's a schism, and then they had conflict and the
I'm
division.
trying to remember the name of the race that we had, or the planet.
But full details I'm not fully privy to. I was elsewhere when that was going on, but I do know that much. So, based on the knowledge I have, the female group would have been the ones who would have provided you with your current structure, as they had a division on those lines.
I do know there was one. I only really knew one.
Very well.
And I know she died, but I don't know how or why.
From how you were found, probably just time.
I apologize for that loss.
I'm trying to remember the planet that we were on now. I can't remember. Dawn something.
Dawn something for
on
what?
the original one?
That
First
that we ended up started calling the race after we GA talked to the thing for a while. And
The planet's designation was GAD 7689. But that's not an actual name for the planet.
H8 kind of stands back up and kind of like his attention goes elsewhere, thinking about what she has said.
Considering that that designation begins with GA, I'm guessing we probably shouldn't give it to her.
no, definitely not. Sorry,
I
I
mean,
had someone come into my room.
It could be fun.
No, it was Oh, come on, we had a name. It was told to us before we left for this place.
It was. And then you heard it mentioned again when you found the serpent.
Yeah, but I didn't write down the damn notes.
Oh, why would you do such a thing?
That or I did and didn't save when I closed everything that time. Oh, it was like a month ago now.
Starts with an S. Does anyone else have notes that they
Wait,
took?
for the ancient cities place starts with an S?
Mm-hmm.
It started with a D.
No.
I keep thinking Dawnstar for some reason.
Because you like getting yourself led astray by your own mind.
Probably. That happens a lot.
Roll a history check. Since everyone else decides they want to be mute tonight, apparently.
Hey, I've contributed.
You did. But you can't deny that most people have been kind of mute tonight.
15 just to remember a name, I think. That I heard recently.
If I speak up right now, it's going to involve everybody drawing weapons, and I don't think that's where we want to go.
Well, it depends on what and how you do it.
Yeah, honestly, AJ didn't even think about that when he said what he said.
Well,
He was just
no,
getting
that's
frustrated.
Yeah. A little bit. Anyways, 15.
I sent you a message.
Oh. Thank you. There's a D in there. The giraffe, I remember. For whatever reason.
Drath, Dax. Everything involves a D.
Apparently.
Yeah, it killed one of our characters, didn't it?
Jeez. Well, he's not wrong.
So what do you guys want to tell her?
Well, obviously stealth has gone to shit. We don't have to mention the Galactic Academy, though, because then it'll definitely go to shit.
Most people have looked at you differently, Dax, given your race.
Well,
She doesn't
yeah,
seem to be
that's
as phased.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to stay in engineering.
Uh-huh.
He probably knows, but I'm still not going to mention it. Okay. Well, to the best of our knowledge, the temporal anomaly we're chasing was caused by something that we know as Soongrath, or something from a Soongrath planet/race. Don't really know the race name yet.
Interesting. Are you sure?
Sure? No, we just received a signal. So we came to investigate.
You
But
received
I'm not
a signal from where, and you came to investigate.
Yeah.
She starts peering at you, Dax, very, very
This is why the scientists shouldn't
closely.
I mean, just sort of out of character here, we were there on that world at the volition of a research team. So, them picking up energies that match the ones that we found and brought back for them isn't outside of the realm of belief.
talk. Yeah, unless she already knows where the planet is and knows who's like.
You mean
who
the
would
planet
most
that
likely
just
find
appeared that no one else knew about?
it. Yeah, exactly.
I think we need to have a private conversation with how you all are acting. She hits a button, and you hear a hum of energy. Dax, you instinctively know this is a large quantity of energy. And you notice where the doorway was.
So
Now-
instead of fixing your ships and fixing the problem you want to
sure.
interrogate us right now, how about we solve the problem first, then we can talk.
I need to know I
I'm good
can
at
trust
fixing
you.
things. That's what I do. I don't really care about anything else.
Really? Are you sure? You don't care about your fleet falling apart?
That's a whole different problem.
You don't care about your family or the planet that you left behind that no longer is inhabitable by you? Come now. You
Next
do
takes all the
care.
explosives and throws them at her. Because fuck this woman.
Well, do we need to take a 5-minute break so you can have a moment to think about how you want to talk with her?
Yeah, not at all, because Dax should not be talking to her.
I mean, at the moment, I'm tempted to have a 45 caliber conversation, but
You know, it's kind of funny. At this moment, like I kind of connected with her the most at this point.
Yeah, then she got way too personal, and yeah. There are certain things that he will not stay objective about.
The fact she knows that about you and your race says
Yeah,
something.
that's already bothersome. That's too much information for her to have, which is why I do not want her to exist anymore.
You could ask her why she knows.
I could also ask the ship to self-destruct, but
Good. Would you like to try that?
it's tempting. But no, let's take a break first.
All right. Well, thank you all for viewing. Give us 5 minutes and we'll be back. Give all the lovely players a chance to collect their minds so we can press on. But thank you all for being here. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Welcome back, viewers. Let's see where things go from here. We pick back up with the camera in the room that is now guarded by a force field, with these individuals standing before a female individual who's captain of the Atmos. Now, I can tell by the way you're acting there, and the way you're thinking aloud, that agitated you. I don't mean any hostility by it. I'm simply informing you that I do know that it's not just a simple happenstance that brings you here. And I simply want the truth. A tech-savvy individual like yourself wouldn't fault someone for wanting to know the data and the truth, would they?
Alright, I wrote high, so Dax calmed down a bit. Reverts back to logic. And kind of starts thinking through things real quick, so I just need another minute.
In fact, have you ever seen one of these? She hands you an item.
I will investigate it. Or just right off the bat with something I recognize. 26 for investigation.
At first you look at it, you're like, this is fairly old. And then you recall, before you had dealings with the Galactic Academy, in your history class you learned that someone else had smuggled some basic repair gear to you all. And these devices were used to basically stitch parts of the ship together to hold them from falling apart and basically allow the fleet to continue limping along.
Okay, that does make sense. Smuggler convoy, basically. Exchange of services for parts.
I can tell based on your reaction there, you do recognize this. And you, pretending to be a member of Atlas, who you obviously aren't currently. What are you? Why are you? Based on how you two seem to be holding yourselves with your equipment, I would say Sol Academy military training. Am I right? Pointing to Deke and Killian.
Soul?
Yeah.
Would we know that term? I mean, is that even the right term?
Sol,
Or
like the Solar System Galactic Academy, that's
Soul system or
closest to Earth. That is the one that
S-O-L.
you both. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about S-O-U-L.
No, SOL.
I've been talking on mute this whole time.
Hey,
Good job.
welcome back, Deke. Off mute's a lot easier to hear you. No offense.
It is, yeah. I don't look like a crazy person.
Dax's biggest conflict in this is that we were told not to let them know of Galactic Academy's involvement. That's why he's trying to figure out a way.
Nope, I'm just a mercenary. I was hired on this team to help out.
Training there, maybe. Mercenary, though.
So, mercenaries that join an Atmos outcast tends to be highly unpredictable and unlikely.
The pay was good.
Really? What is the payout?
None of your damn business.
Oh, it could be.
No.
She flicks a thing on the table and you see 50,000 credits worth of gems, like precious gems.
Well, we just lost 2 members.
What is this?
Oh, you're claiming that the pay is important. I'm showing you that pay can easily be dealt with.
This is a counter offer?
I'm not saying that necessarily. I'm saying that
You're saying that pretty clearly.
I'm saying cooperating is more likely to get you paid better than not cooperating.
Then there's also the matter of trust. Make me trust you.
And how would you like me to convince you to trust me?
Well, that's up to you. You show me you have wealth. You haven't shown me that you've got my back.
And you've not shown me that you have mine either. You stated that you are a greedy mercenary, and that's all you've given me. And you're saying that
Correction. Mercenary. Not greedy. Just mercenary.
We've also already fixed one of your fleet's ships.
Indeed, which is why you're here speaking with me now, to see if I can trust you for further dealings and pay. But I need to know what level of trust I can give in you before we speak further on the topic, which is why I'm asking for honesty and truth from you.
And what honesty and truth have we gotten from you so far?
The Dax would probably be like, well, you've know of my race, so you've clear, and seems that you've helped them before. So, yeah, I mean, I really just want to get this sorted out and leave.
Just need to know, because not long after you all arrived on the Oblivion, you're sent over to the Garcido.
Ordered over by your captain.
No, I did not. None of my captains ordered you to the Garcido. There was a request to the captain of the Garcido from someone on the Oblivion, which I've been suspicious of some of them for a while. So, what dealings do you have with those agents on the Oblivion that got you to the Garcido?
What mistrust do you have for the agents on you?
That one I have no idea about. Personally.
They don't tend to always conduct themselves with the utmost of ethics.
You're a captain of a black market ship.
Oh, it's not black market. I found it and I got it working. Along with a number of other vessels within this caravan. And you mentioned these, gesturing to Dax, you said the creature was what again? What origin?
A creature? I don't know.
You said you killed a
just
creature. What? You said it was...
It's snake creature that seems to be leaking some byproduct as data gel or goo.
I guess you didn't
So it
mention.
seemed to be absorbing data.
Okay, I thought you had mentioned the type.
Battle. Did I even know the type?
The term that I sent you that you said you remembered?
Oh, that wasn't the snake, though.
It is a Sundrathi serpent, is what you're basically registered it as.
No, I was
But
talking.
the planet
wait,
is Sundrath.
Didn't he fail the science checks?
No, I was talking about the planet we came from that we were first started
Yeah.
on at the start of campaign.
Yeah. That is that planet.
Wait, the serpent came from there?
Yes.
What the hell?
The serpent
You re-
was the same as the statues we saw.
It was the same as one of the
In the
statues you
ruins.
saw in the first
That doesn't
ruins
really
you
mean it
delved
came from that
into
planet, though.
on that planet.
If it came from that planet, we got a whole different slew of problems. That means there's another group on the planet.
Well, you don't know if it came from that planet, but you know that this was one of the serpents that you saw a statue of
Right.
on that planet. So you know that that type of serpent was one that you have seen from there.
Ugh.
Hence why you're so
Yeah.
surprised about, temporal grenades.
Hmm. They definitely shouldn't have came from that planet, though, so it wouldn't be right to use the planet as an origin for the serpent. At least I hope they didn't, unless GA is selling shit elsewhere, which...
Well, you'd not seen any of these serpents alive until now. And so if GA actually had contact, you feel that she probably would want to know. But you also know activating that sort of a connection could potentially draw attention, which is why you guys had kind of turned it off.
Right.
Because as far as you knew, based on your communication with her before, no record of a live specimen had been seen or had. So, do you want to continue playing this guessing game, or do you want to inform me? Like I said, it's suspicious you're dealing with the Oblivion and the consortium that resides there, because you don't act like them. It's also suspicious that you have a individual who acts like an affiliate of theirs, gesturing to your, shiny knight individual Perun, who obviously isn't one of them, but definitely shows that he used to be affiliated with the Atmos group. Atlas group. And then you mentioned this other group that you find
Yeah,
a
we're pretty
brand
much in a
on.
corner with no good options at the moment. If I reveal information about where we're from, it's a problem. If I ever go back and make it through this. If I tell you, it's still a problem. Don't know how that'll affect the future. Already made one of those choices recently. No thank you.
Well, thank you. That actually is honest, and that actually answers my question. So they have found something that they have not been forthright with. Good to know. We have a science vessel that I'm willing to let you all use to try to find the source of these anomalies, if you're willing to work for me to do so.
That is why we are standing on your fucking bridge.
I need to know that you will actually have your allegiance on this topic, though, is why we're here.
We're mercenaries.
That is a vague concept, because there's mercenaries who only care about the biggest pay, and there's those who won't breach their contract once a contract is taken. So, you need to understand what the mercenaries' aspect is, to know whether they are trustworthy or not, and under what circumstances. I can guarantee you all 500 credits if you can solve this problem of what's going on. And potentially some additional benefits.
Or
Technically,
wanting
that's all.
insurances of getting off the convoy once we're finished.
Mm.
Don't really care about money in that scenario, because if we're dead, we can't use it, so...
Well, I understand that. I said additional benefits. Safety could be one of them, as long as you survive.
Well,
Which-
you see, additional benefits is a vague term, and we need to know that we can trust those additional benefits.
The level and the quantity of the benefits and the specification of said benefits are based on the performance provided by said contractors in this endeavor.
Then see, you can't really guarantee your contractor's loyalty then, can you?
Oh, that's up to them. And that is why I'm saying I can definitely pay you 500 credits for solving it, which is no small sum. For a short task. Your safety leaving the caravan afterwards can also be given, if that is what you wish.
At this point, I don't care. Give me access to the sensors so I can get over this. I
Okay.
want to deal with the issues. Just let me talk to the ship, and I'll use your sensors to find out where they are.
She hands you a card. It's not just on my ship. So, take this.
Well, hopefully they can cover the whole fleet. If not, we need to do some upgrades. Or you think about some upgrades.
There's something dampering some of our sensors. And so there is a small there is a small science vessel that has some good sensors that I was going to have you take and do a sweep of the
Okay.
area to find out what's going on. I believe you would have piloting skill. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. She was gesturing to all of you, not just Dax specifically. Then I would say take this.
It's like, she already knows my race, so we're pretty much all pilots.
At least to some degree, yeah. Some comprehension of it. Whatever they've done has hampered our hyperdrive system, so we're not moving very fast, as you know. We need to find out what's going on, and I need you to detect them and find out where these temporal anomalies and such is happening from and what's going on. As I said, safety off the caravan, if that is what you wish, can be guaranteed, as well as 500 credits each for resolving this issue. Is this agreeable?
$500 credits and the guarantee of our safety that you offered. Sure.
Yep.
All right. Then you are able to go to the ship and the hangar, and they will equip you. If there's anything else you need, and you can scan and see what you can find. And I appreciate your help. The caravan is not in a good situation right now, so we appreciate it.
Do you want to drop your shield so we can get down there?
Yes. And down. Sorry, I paused there for a minute. I was trying to read one thing on this, so that's why I paused. That was me, not her, to be clear. Trying to see one thing. Direct to the image. There's something missing here that I'm trying to find where it went. You know how it goes when you try to sort through your notes? Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to find where something was here. Appreciate your patience. She directs you with the card she gives you. She's like, unfortunately, the science vessel isn't in the standard hangar because it's not currently operational. It was discovered by one of my maintenance crews and has some odd sensors that seem to be more aligned to some of the technology of some of the ships in this caravan than others, and so hoping that will provide what we need. That is the science vessel I was speaking of. The card I gave you, gesturing to Dax, shows you the path to take to find the vessel. It will be in that area. I do not know all what is there, as I have not been on that part recently. As I said, there is a science vessel there. It probably needs some repair to get running, but once it does, it should have fairly good sensors from what we were able to determine when it was found by one of my techs. Any other questions?
Well, nope. Dax will make their attempt to make the politest bow his species can, and then go on his way towards the ship.
You see she taps something on her desk, which makes a little flicker of light. And in your language basically is a polite remark back of, thank you, do well, sort of thing.
Okay.
I'll follow Dex.
Alright. So, within the Atmos here, which is a fairly large vessel, there is a reclamation wing. You see, the card you're given is a little, basically, almost like a smartphone sort of thing with, just plastic card that is a little machine that shows a map that you can kind of go through and see the ship layout and where to go. Directs you to a part of the ship that is looks to be a area where a lot of technology items and other equipment is stored that is collected during their travels, and then it is gone through and processed into usable things. There's a whole bunch of broken down machines and other technology there. And it does mention that there is repair robots that tend to be checked on by maintenance crew to find out what they find, as well as try to help in repairing things that are there. So as you're heading there, one of the crewmen is like, where are you all heading? He doesn't seem to be interrupting you, just curious
just
as where you're going.
Card and point towards the science vessel.
It doesn't show the science vessel on the card. It shows a chamber that it should be in.
Supposedly there's a science vessel here.
Yes, I heard about that. So you're all going down to the boneyard. Oh, you guys should have fun there. As long as you like technology. Well, I guess scraps of it. Well, good luck. I was just curious what a interesting band of characters like you all are doing heading that way.
Scraps of technology. Alright, settle in, guys. We won't be leaving the boneyard for a while. Dex has got to have his fun.
Dax is unusually focused right now and just keeps going.
Wait, there's scraps of tech? I'm gone!
No, he's still contemplating the destruction of the fleet.
That too.
You mean if they're all gone, is the technology still a problem?
Potentially. The fact that they actually have signal of that species is interesting. And that was
It's a problem.
Yeah, true.
Most likely a problem.
Well, a problem, but would Dax really want to eliminate it, or would he rather find it?
On the fence at the moment.
Okay.
Depends on how big a threat they are.
So, did we make it to the boneyard okay?
Yeah, I was just quickly reviewing something. Sorry. I didn't know if there's anything else you guys wanted to say or do on the way. Alright, so you guys get there. You see a large ovoid room with a whole bunch of stuff. You notice a large quantity of little robots with cutting lasers. And they're climbing all over different areas, like scanning and cutting some things. And they're basically like small little scurry bots. I believe they're actually small size. Let me double check here. Yes, they're tiny actually, so even smaller than that.
Do they look anything like the things we saw maintaining the thermo vents?
Not exactly. They seem to have somewhat of a similar design potentially, but a very different iteration. They don't seem to have that organic metal that those ones did for certain. And then you see a few of them detect you guys and like scurry away to a larger, looks like a larger machine that they seem to be like reporting to. And somewhere in this old hangar is the ship you're looking for. So you guys now have entered through the main doors and are in this chamber. What do you want to do?
I'd just be looking around for, hopefully find what looks like a science ship.
I do not trust the woman who sent us down here, so I'm going to prepare to draw guns if need be.
As you guys approach into the area and start looking for the science vessel you're told is here, where those little scurry bots ran over to, you see something large stir. You see a large mechanical structure rise up, has a number of glowing green optics.
I'll walk over and poke it, and then ask for directions.
In like a screeching, harsh voice. Out of my domain, meat thing. You do not belong here.
I'll just hold up the card and be like, "We're here for a ship. Captain's orders."
So it's
Need
kind
to
of
fix
sounds like something talking over, like a intercom. How they can be really like scratchy and squeaky.
Like a Dalek.
Yeah.
The voice break was fitting there.
I don't care why you're here. This is my place. You need to leave.
Point us to our ship and we'll be on our way.
I don't have no ship of yours. So you notice that the little repair bots and this larger bot they seem to be organizing things into piles of different types of things.
You're wasting our time. The whole fleet could explode because of the creatures we're looking for. Please hurry this along, or you'll die too. It doesn't matter at this point.
I'm not made
I'm
of
going to
meat.
use disabling shot on this thing because I'm sick of things right now. I have chosen violence.
Well, you do know that that is an option. However, you also know that you don't know which pile, which thing. And so you could potentially dialogue with them to find out where it's at. But I mean, you would know interrupting a machine's work isn't typically what they want you to do.
Building something to throw at us as well. So
Can I roll persuasion to try and convince it that it telling us how to get a ship and get out of here is going to be the quickest, easiest way to do that?
Sure.
please.
Roll away.
Yep, I'm trying. Give me just a moment here.
Yep.
I think it's obvious I'm going to be burning an inspiration on that.
You want to keep a 1. There you go.
So that would be a 16.
I don't know which ship you look for. These are scrap machine parts. Scrap ship parts over there. He gestures to a different pile farther away from him. Basically saying,
I think that's your cue.
I don't know what you're looking
No,
for,
let's
and I
go
don't
to the-
care. But if
Whatever
you
is the
ship stuff,
scrap
it's
ship
over there.
parts, then we'll go to the ship stuff.
So you guys head over there and start rummaging through. Roll a investigation to determine how quickly you can find it.
If it didn't go off the table. Maybe. Okay. 28.
28.
Net
Nice.
20.
You see right in the middle of this pile, kind of buried, is a ship. A lot of the other stuff is just pieces of ship or chunks of ships. But there's an actual hull to a ship that looks like it could actually be a ship. But it's kind of buried, so you're going to have to get it out of there.
Hey, that's where I come in.
I'm just gonna pat H8 and be like, could you please make a path?
Well, keep in mind, it is a ship that he could fit inside, so it's not going to be as easy as just...
Well, no.
Sure,
I'm
I'll snag
making
it
a
in.
pathway-
Do it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely the one that would make a path or.
Oh, yeah. No, you can help clear a path to it,
Yeah.
but it's still going to take work to get it out of the pile.
Well, how much can I get? How much can I clear on my own? Let's see.
Keep in mind, it's not just next to it, there's stuff on top of it, too. It
No,
looks
I
like...
know. It's like
Okay.
it's like covered probably. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that.
Okay, I just want to make sure, like, you can do some, but you have a feeling you'll need something else to really drag it out of there. There's some machinery around that you could try to see if something would work, or you could try to talk to your Killian's friend again, who's about the size of a house.
No,
Is there
basically
I'd say it's still a machine, so I'm not overly concerned about it. I
Is
can do
there-
a lot of damage to a machine.
Is there an exposed hatch or anything like that on the ship that I could try to hack my way through?
Not that you can see from this perspective. It's probably buried somewhere. Those entrance parts.
Okay, can I roll to see how much I can clear?
Sure.
I'm guessing that's a strength roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using it.
You got a feeling if you spend the next, like,
Yeah, no, I'm using my
12
inspiration.
years.
That didn't count. Okay, as a 22.
You think you could probably spend a few months, if not a year, clearing it out, and
Wow.
you could probably
Okay,
eventually
that
get
was
it
cheap.
cleared off.
So
But you have a
I'm
nice,
like,
you've cleared off a nice path up to it, and kind of a little bit around
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Did he clear enough to open a hatch?
Yeah, I just wanted a path to it so I can start fixing it, and then everyone else can worry about clearing our things off.
Not yet.
I just want to
If
fix
you
the
can,
ship.
if once we get inside you can light up the shields, that should clear it kind of all at once.
Should eject some problems.
I mean, if you could get in, you can't get in yet, though. You hadn't found that part of it.
Have we found like a maintenance port or?
I'll look around
something
for
that we
like
can
a
use to plug
magnetic
into it?
crane or something.
Okay. Roll a investigation. You find there is a where is it? There is a device you can use to do that. I'm trying to find what it was called. All right, so you find
Is it a Half-Life 2 gravity gun? Because that'd be a lot of fun.
kind of. It's a. You find basically it's like a crane that has like a tractor beam to move stuff around that you think you'd be able to get enabled to move it.
Close enough. I will go crawl in there and start operating the crane.
Okay.
With
Roll.
my multiple limbs, I should be rather proficient.
Yeah. Roll a int. Let's see. Either science tools or land vehicles I could see being used.
I'd say I would lean towards science tools if possible, or repair tools. Either way.
Go for it.
Do I get advantage for having multiple limbs?
Not in this case, no. It
Darn.
just it speeds up the process, makes it so it takes less time. That'll
21.
do. Yeah, so you're able to move it out into an area which is not, covered. And you're able to pull just it and not a whole bunch of extra stuff with it, thereby making it, less that you'll have to pull off of it. So you're able to target the beam better. That's part of what you're rolling, is how well you can target
Gotcha.
just what you're trying to get. So you're able to move that over.
Lift the ship out of the mess instead of lifting the mess out.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's why I had you roll, basically. Which one did you do? H8 what?
I was just saying H8's like clearing stuff off, and all of a sudden
The whole ship is like...
just gets lifted away, and he like looks over and sees Dax and like throws his arms up like, yeah, why do I even bother?
Because no one had found that yet.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
If I knew it was that bad, I would have looked for a tractor beam at the start.
Yeah, you didn't know. So you found it. I mean, you had to find the vessel first,
Right.
and then... So now that you're able to take a look at it, you have a feeling that you're going to have to probably use some repair tools on it. It's going to take a while to actually repair the fuselage of the ship, the hull. And then you are able to see a hatch that's not fully closed, so you can get inside. The engines look to be damaged, so you think you're going to have to do that. And then you have a feeling you probably need to calibrate the sensors to make sure they're online and working.
Okay, have fun, Dex.
Pretty much.
I mean, I can help with any like actual physical labor that needs like hull work. I can help.
So this is a flying vehicle. Would I be able to use my proficiency in that and my proficiency in security tools to check the sensors and any kind of weapons the ship might have?
Just like what you're trying to see, like what level of sensors it has?
I'm basically just trying to help Dax and figure out whether or not this thing has weapons.
You think there are a few weapons, you're not sure. Roll a history check. It's more seeing how well you can recall something from a while ago.
What stat is history?
Int.
And I would not apply my modifier because I'm not proficient, correct?
You wouldn't add your proficiency bonus, you would add your intelligence modifier.
So that's a 13 then.
Something about this is triggering some memory, but you're not sure what it was. Like some part of the design is triggering something in your mind, but you can't quite pin it down.
I'll wiggle my way down into the ship and see if it has any kind of power at all yet. Or if I have to start with the power plant.
None currently. The power will come online when the engines, probably. The fuselage probably needs to be fixed before you really engage the engines, or it's kind of exposed portions. You don't know how well that would or wouldn't work.
Are there any other large things around here for fixing ships? Instead of just tractor beams?
Is there what?
So basically, any giant repair tools meant for full ships instead of just one piece at a time. Okay.
No, it's
Well,
not. It's
repair
not
tools,
that
then
degree.
we'll just
Yeah, it's
take a
not that
while.
degree of damage. It's just repair tools that is probably needed. It's smaller damage, and anyone who has repair tools could potentially assist, reducing
I
the amount of
walk
time
over
required.
and attempt to persuade our friend to have his little bots go and find parts that fit the category of the ship, since he seems to be sorting things?
You could try.
Oh, wait. Let me use analysis on this so I can get, like, a parts list.
Yeah, go for it.
It'd take 10 minutes, but then I learn all the major functions of an object or vehicle. Of course, no, it's still an object, even if it's not on, so.
Roll a science tools check. Due to it being somewhat of an unknown object, I want to see to what degree you're able to do it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Do you want to use one of the group inspiration? Now's not a bad time.
Do I still have my second inspiration from last time?
I don't know. I didn't
Oh, wait,
see
here we
it
go.
there.
I'll use Zal's.
Okay.
I don't want to deplete this yet, unless we have to.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like the group ones are kind of important. So.
At the same time,
These are life and
it's
death,
kind of
right?
the reason to use them is to ensure success on things.
You've already
Yeah,
said
that's
that
still
we can
20.
use other people's inspirations.
If they aren't here.
I said
You
if they allow it.
confirmed that.
I said if they allow it.
Nah, if he's not here, he allows it. He ain't gonna use it.
So what'd you get?
20.
Some of the aspects to this seem very similar to something you've seen before. It seems to have a similar make to something that gave you some bad experience.
Great. The one that exploded and aged me?
You could say that.
Great.
However, you also know that the sensors on it, based on your scan, are also of a similar make, thereby meaning that it can probably find what you're looking for better than any other sort of sensors that are available.
If the opportunity arises, I might take it with me. Only if it arises. Especially if I'm fixing the thing. Ish. Alright, anyways, I'll just start doing repairs on it. Now that I have a general idea of what it is.
Yeah, does anyone else
I
have...
did get some information from that ship back then, although I barely understood the language at the time.
Right.
Were
Does
you
anyone
able
else have
to
repair
provide me
tools
with
or
the
not?
Parts list?
I mean, the parts were seared into my brain, so... But that's just what was broken on that ship that was exploding, and then exploded. So... I'm going to take extra care when repairing this to make sure everything is not going to explode when I turn it on.
Yeah, that would be fun. If anyone else has repair tools, it could help you. He could potentially find a few parts that could be helpful there, Killian, but not a whole lot. It's more actually needs actual repair work done to seal it back up. Because it's been damaged and scratched.
So it's a boneyard controller. I mean, it should be able to point me towards avionics or anything else that would be useful, correct?
Potentially. Based on what I'm saying, Dax found out, though, he doesn't know how many of the parts, which are more recent make, could function with something this old.
Yeah, this is ancient, like the one we found on the planet that exploded. So, I don't know if they'll have anything new, but I don't know what else is on the ship either, so...
That does make you wonder if they have this. And there's
I'm
that
wondering if
issue.
they were actually who caused the problem to begin with.
Are other parts, do they have other ships that are of that make?
I mean, those probably a galactic empire with their technology levels, so it wouldn't surprise me if other planets have been found or suddenly appeared. Which is information to take back to GA for sure, but...
Yep.
With the alien data bank that's inside of H8, could he assist me? Or at least assist me physically by holding, like, panels and stuff while I repair?
Yeah. I don't know if anyone else has repair tools or if it's just Dax.
I think it's just me. The only other one was SE4, but yeah, he's back on a dust ball right now.
Yep. Alright, give it a roll.
With advantage from H8 or just straight roll? Okay.
Between Killian's trying to find some parts to help out and his...
Okay.
There you go.
20, not 20, then plus 8.
So after about 2 hours of work, you're pretty sure you got it decent condition, that it's at least functional. And so now you know you can move on to getting the engines online so the ship can be powered up again.
Okay, so in this case then, Can I work with the controller to try and find fuel or get fuel down here?
It's not necessarily fuel that you need, because depending on the ship, you know that the previous one that you found of a similar make didn't actually use fuel.
More like a reactor.
Yeah.
Could we use one of our time grenades to jumpstart the reactor?
You don't know.
That sounds dangerous.
let's
Dude,
take a
I just
closer
want to
look
get us
first.
moving.
You're welcome
Yeah,
to try.
I know.
So we'll do another. It's basically another repair tools for this to see how quickly you can get the engines online, and then there's going to be the sensors calibration, which is a science task.
No. 22.
Okay, so yeah, it takes you not long to get the engines back up and working. You notice that the power generator is similar to the one that you had found out was in H8, as well as the one that was on the ship that went pop. And so you're able to stabilize it and get it back online and working,
At least I know how to fix the gravity on this ship. So
right?
that's about it.
And so now you can actually roll a science tools to see if you can kick the sensors online and get them up and working, then you should be able to get going.
As advantage with Killian or
This would actually just be straight unless someone else has science that they want to. It has to be proficiency this time because it takes a little bit more work.
23.
Okay. So that totals up about 3 hours that you've taken, and you're pretty sure that everything's now online and working. You're able to get the sensors functional.
Does H8 see anything on his heads-up display?
H8, his heads-up
Or
display.
Deacon, actually. Deacon had one too, I believe.
Oh, he did, didn't he? I forgot about that. You're right. They actually see that the door is now lighting up with similar icons. Now, this is a smaller vessel than the one that went pop on you, but it is still a vessel of that make.
Well, that, and at the time, they didn't have the upgrades, so... Or he might have been able to get in a lot faster.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying, like, the one that you saw that blew up that had that huge,
Right.
burrowing tunnel. This isn't that size. I wanted to make sure it was clear. This is a
Okay.
smaller vessel, but a vessel nonetheless. So you're not going to be hiring on, like, a 50-man crew for this vessel. It's small. It's a small one.
And also, I'm not moving through this vessel. I'm in one part of this vessel, probably.
We'll just bungee you to the roof. It'll be okay.
It's going to be hard for you to move much outside of probably the, what do you call it?
Like the dock in the back, basically.
Cargo bay?
Cargo.
Yes, cargo bay.
Cargo
That's the
bay.
term I was looking for.
Yep,
Thank
yep,
you. So, you guys now have a vehicle, a spaceship that's up and working that has what you need.
If I try to communicate with it, is there a familiar answer?
Familiar, yes, but not the same degree of sentience that you've seen from previous of them. It's more
Okay.
rudimentary and basic.
It should still be able to understand status check, like,
Yes,
system check.
yes, no, it could do stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's not going to carry on a conversation with you like others
Right.
that you've engaged with. I just want to make sure it was clear.
I just want to make sure the ship is good before I fly anywhere with it. I'm wary of the ship exploding still.
No. You're able to run a check, and what the degree you fixed it was actually quite good, and so it's functional. It's not exceptional, but as functional. You actually are able to determine that it was retrofitted with some of the turrets that you'd seen on the previous areas, where they can be engaged. Yeah, and they'll pop out. And so that is actually what was triggering a memory in Killian. Was actually, they're different make and not
eyeballs.
They're not as nice as the turrets you saw there. They seem to be like either an older version or technology devolved or something a bit. But they still are a similar design of being able to like the hole has an area that opens and the turret comes out. And so you have a number of laser turrets. And so you guys will actually have this ship for next session for scanning the fleet and finding where these problems are and dealing with them. And you're not going to be unequipped just in case there's any, problems. I mean, I'm sure there's no problems, right? No, there's never any problems. Everything's perfect.
HA doesn't call them problems. He just calls them smashabilities.
How's that going to work when you can't hit them with your fist?
I just have to link him up to the
I
ship so
can
he
hit
uses turrets.
everything in my fist. I'm a robot. I will jump out into space and slam the shit out of your ship.
Could have got gravity boots instead.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, I should have. You're right.
or
Charge
jet boots,
at the ship and turn
rocket
the gravity
boots,
off, we'll break, you'll
thrusters.
fly
Yeah,
out of the ship.
yeah, thrusters. So you can.
One robot boarding party just plow through the exterior of the ship.
There you go. But hey, you now have a ship. Do you want to give it a name, or should I just let it have a default name?
Well,
The name that it had.
did it have a designation before that I got from the computer?
No, but the logs of the Estimos and it being scanned was labeled as the Coherence
That works.
by them, and so you can either rebrand it or leave it as such.
I don't like that name.
Well, you can leave it for now and then decide to change it later too. It's just so that we have a name for
While
it for the
we're
time
under
being.
contract, I don't want to change it because then she might think that we're running off with it. So,
And you have a
for the time
feeling
being,
she
we'll
was
leave it as
wanting
is.
to get it up and working, but they hadn't had the time trying to keep things functional, which Dax knows a
Yeah,
thing or
looking
two
at the
about
stuff,
that.
Yeah. They probably didn't have the ability for most of the crew people on the fleet, so
I
not
mean,
without taking an exorbitant amount of time. And
how many
material.
people in your party are skilled techies?
Exactly.
And even if they were skilled techies, are they really your degree of skilled techie?
In character or out of character?
In. Out, we all know the truth.
Yeah, it's not me. Not
Yeah.
anymore. Back in the day, maybe. Nowadays, nah.
But hey, I hope you guys
I didn't
enjoy.
keep up with a lot of stuff.
We will pick up here with the launching of the Coherence science vessel next time and see if we can resolve this. You guys are getting close. I know dealing with her was an interesting aspect for you all and took a bit, but did it. So hey, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to join us next time for more fun, and we will see you all then.
We didn't even have to go to aggressive negotiations.
Right?
Thankfully.
See y'all next time. Enjoy the story.
Yeah.